What's up, Fragrance family? It's your boy Neeb with Aromatics, and we're back with another episode. Today is another Middle Eastern fragrance episode, and it's actually a double whammy, 2-for-1 style video, and we're going to be discussing these two fragrances right here. They're called Brown Orchid, and they're from the Fragrance World company. However, they're signed at the top. This is their Clive Dorris line, okay? So we have that Brown Orchid Gold, and we have that Brown Orchid Original. Now, if you've been looking at some of the Middle Eastern fragrances, then you already have seen these two. I'm sure in one site, Oud store, Triple Traders, whatever, you've seen these. Now, the first thing we're gonna do is go over the original Brown Orchid. And so I got the smaller version bottle, and I'm pretty glad that I did. When you pick up the 30 ml, this is what the bottle is gonna look like. And it's a pretty nice bottle. You know, you've got a decent atomizer on here. Here's what that bottle looks like. And the cap snaps into place like that. And at the top, you have that Clive Dorris signature as well. And just for time's sake, this is what the gold one looks like, the gold edition. Same thing, guys, with that signature on top as well. And that's pretty much it. First thing we're gonna do is go over the brown. Put the notes here on the screen, and I managed to find these from takeittoday.com. I did purchase this off of tripletraders.com though. And as you can see, we have those ylang ylang, French jasmine, citruses, fruity, floral, patchouli. But does it matter, or is it just doo-doo water? Let's find out. Here we go. Atomizer's actually not that bad for a cheapie. But okay, here's what it is. Now, I have to remind myself that I paid $10. And for $10, it's really, I don't want to call it bad, but it's not good. I just get a powder bomb, guys, like straight up powder bomb. No ylang ylang, no jasmine, maybe slight bit of jasmine, barely any citruses, maybe some florals in there, woody notes, and that's it. Maybe some woods, powder, and jasmine. That's it. So that's essentially what I got from this in the opening. Let's let it rest for a second while we go through the opening and the notes of the gold. It's pretty good on the distribution, not bad for a $10 fragrance. Here we go. So you can see the notes. We got jasmine, gardenia, you know, a couple additions, lemon, but does it matter? So initially, right off the bat, I can tell you guys that this doesn't clone anything that I really can, you know, pinpoint. And if it's trying to, then it's doing a terrible job, because this doesn't really clone anything, not to my nose at least. But this gold edition definitely leans more feminine, smells more of a lower quality fragrance, at least in the openings. Let's go back to the original and see what we get in the dry down. And so basically, guys, it's very linear. It's just powdery. Cloud of powder, some florals, and woods. That's it. Nothing at all. It's actually slightly headache-inducing, and honestly, it just lasts for about 4 hours and it's done. Can you really expect more for $10? No, not in my opinion. But let's go back to the gold edition and see what we get in the dry down for this one. Now, I will say that this is very similar to the brown. However, it has an added brightness or sharpness, if you will. You can tell that this is not of high quality fragrance whatsoever. And I really can't recommend it. It just smells like a feminine powdery bar of soap with some alcoholic, low quality types of notes in here. I didn't really expect much from these guys, but I know that there aren't many reviews on these fragrances, and this is probably why. But in my opinion, I still think that this review is worth something. And I still think that the Brown Original, if you're absolutely inclined to buy a $10 fragrance and you want to pick one of these, this is probably the safer bet. This is a little bit more synthetic and sharper, headache-inducing. Longevity on both of these was 3 to 4 hours. And nonetheless, guys, I hope you enjoyed watching this video half as much as I did making it for you guys. And as always, love ya.